Hey there, Soul Tribe. This is Mystique Mystics here. And you might have noticed this week that I've been including nature elements in my readings. So today I'm using the Nature's Whisper Oracle to channel Holy Spirit. You know, nature rocks. And I'm going to see what messages come out to what is your soul's messages for the collective energy. So that's really cool. Illumination. Something is coming in for you that is going to illuminate things that you have that have remained hidden to you. Okay? Something that, it's not that it's been hidden from you, but it's like it hasn't been revealed to you. The big picture. The big picture has not been revealed to you. The big picture is that we are all cosmic beings having a human experience with eternal souls. We are just learning to do this life thing here all together, and being disconnected from our higher selves. The world's struggling, honestly. The world's really struggling, and it's due to a whole lot of people that have been disconnected from their higher selves. And people are hurting. It's a spirit of pain in the world. People are emotionally hurting. And you know, doctors are so good at diagnosing and medicating. But what about healing? People need to heal. And I'm not talking in medical terms like a broken leg heal. I'm talking in terms of they need emotional healing in order to make their physical selves a comfy place for their soul to chill out in. Keep your dreams alive. Setting goals is really important. Going after what you want is important, as long as it's in alignment with divine purpose. But we have an eternity, honestly, to chase our dreams and do this and do that, that we all try and fit into such a small space of time in this life. And Spirit is encouraging you now to slow down, to enjoy what it means to be a person, to enjoy what it means to live life here in this realm. Experience the good things, experience the bad things, because your soul, your spirit is here trying to have a human experience, but we're all disconnected. Laughter. You know, your soul can be your own best friend. You need to learn to make best friends with your soul. Laughter is one of the ways we can do that. You know, by thinking about things that make us happy, by sharing something positive that gets a giggle, you know, that kind of thing, rather than a giggle of someone being made fun of or whatever. Like, we need to spread positive light and positive energy into the world in order to heal it. We can make the decision. We can decide if we want to be healed or if we want to project our pain onto other people. That's our two choices. Hurt people. And we tend to project that onto other people. And if somebody's giving you a hard time and doesn't like you necessarily, that means that there's something unhealed in them that they need to look within and sit still with that emotion so that they can acknowledge it and move on from it, and then break the cycle of the healing problem. Clear out the old. It's time to clear out old behaviors, old patterns, you know, self-doubt, self-limitations, speaking negatively about oneself. You know, you might get a compliment for an outfit or doing a good job, and you turn around and say, yeah, but, you know, the outfit only cost me this much. Or you did a great job, and it's like, oh yeah, but I wish I did it better. I wish I tried harder. That's like paying out on yourself. That's not being a very good friend to yourself, because you're not accepting the love. You're not accepting the positive feedback that your soul needs, that your soul craves, and craves it more from you than anyone. We need to change the pattern. We need to clear out the old. We need to come up with a new way of how we treat ourselves, how we talk to ourselves. You know, give ourselves positive feedback, like you're doing a good job. Pause. Spirit is calling on you to pause, to take a moment to look within, especially if you're having emotions. You might be really angry. You might be really frustrated. And when you pause and ask yourself, why am I angry or frustrated? It might not have anything to do with what you're taking your emotions out on. Such as you could be having a bad day at work, go home and you're grumpy at your family. That is a time to pause and ask, why am I angry? It's not at who's in front of me. Oh, that's right, I had a bad day at work. Maybe I'll choose not to continue to spread that pain. Infinite blessings. You know, changing the place we operate from, like making sure that everything we do is coming from a place of pure emotions, of pure motives, of a place of love. That is how you will bring the blessings in from Holy Spirit. A fresh approach. You know, this is a whole new fresh approach with the way you are going to be able to learn how to close the doors on your worries and anxieties while you are just chilling with your soul. You know, your soul doesn't want you to be worrying about what's going on at work or what's coming in next week, what bill you got to pay. Your soul wants to actually vibe within your physical self without all the worries and the pains and anxieties. That's why meditation's so good, yo. Let love be your beacon. You know, let love guide everything you do. Always check your intentions. Recheck them, like ensure that you can realign them if they're veered off path. But you need to honestly ensure that everything you do is for a good reason. Such as you might volunteer to get more hours on your resume for study or whatever. Are you doing that just to get hours? Why did you start studying that? You know, why did you originally want to go after that dream? Oh, that's right, to help the world and make it a better place. So are you really just there for hours then, or are you trying to spread that positive message in the world, that positive spirit of making the world a better place? You've got intuition. Your soul is like speaking to you through your intuition. That's your soul's voice. If something feels bad and ick, it means that your soul doesn't like it. You know, such as acting dishonestly doesn't make us feel good. You've got the feeling of being found out, being caught, that kind of thing. That's a yucky feeling, and your intuition is telling you, no, your soul doesn't like that. It also tells you what to go towards, what's good. It's like the sense that tells a deer when there's a bear nearby, even though there's no logical signs of a bear nearby. Somehow the deer senses that there is danger nearby. We possess that same intuition as the animals. Remember, we used to be out there centuries ago, moving with the cycles of the weather, doing things in time with the phases of the moon. So we needed to rely on our intuition back then. Now we live in safe artificial environments where we might not encounter a bear in the woods. We encounter people with poor intentions. So we still need that sense. We still need to know how to tap into it and navigate our way through life. Assurance. Your soul needs reassurance. Your soul is your inner child. You are the adult in your life. And it's good to try and be the adult that you wish that you always had around as a child. Be that person to stick up for yourself, to stand up for yourself, to advocate for yourself, to cheer for yourself. All the things that a parent should do. You should be doing that for yourself and for your inner child. That is your soul. Be true to your heart. You know, follow that intuition. Go within. Spend time sitting with your emotional wounds, okay? They need this to heal. Your emotionally battered spirit needs this to heal. So sit with your heart and it will give you all the answers that you need about why you don't feel great or why you're sad about something. And being true to your heart, such as acting honestly, being kind to people, smiling. Those are things that don't cost anything, and they spread light in the world. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. It doesn't cost anything to say hello or smile. It takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile, apparently. Heighten your vitality. If you want to heighten your vitality, you need to make your physical self a safe place for your spirit to be in, without all the negative emotions that come with being a person that lives in a material world. And the other way you can heighten your vitality is by getting out in nature. You know, do things that makes your soul happy. Do things that brings your heart joy and makes it sing. It might be artistic stuff. It might just be spending more time outside each day, catching more rays of the sun. That kind of thing. Lastly, we have inner truths. If you have any doubts about your past, any family questions, anything that you want to know, the answers are in your DNA code. If you want to know what your traumas are, if you want to go and do the shadow work, it's all there, inner truths. You got to look within in order to manifest the healing in the world that needs to be done, because there's too many people out there that are hurt. They've been hurt by someone and they're hurting people. Just, you know, there's no fine, there's no charge to emotionally batter somebody. And it can be just as bad as a physical beating. It probably does more long-term damage than a physical beating does. Lastly, we have make a wish. This is Holy Spirit inviting you to make a wish. Something reasonable. You know, I wouldn't recommend wishing to win the lotto or something. Start with something smaller and give Holy Spirit a chance to come into your life and see what miracles happen. Holy Spirit is inviting you to make a wish and put God to the test. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for listening in. If you'd like a personal reading with me, the link to my store is in the description. Other than that, I wish you all the best with your soul messages. I hope you heard or got the message that you exactly needed to hear in this moment. And yeah, best of luck with your spiritual journey, guys. Enjoy. Bye. I'll see you next time.